there are 10 people in this world who hate the game Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds, I'm one of them. If there are 5 people in this world who hate the game Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds, I am one of them. If there is one person in this world who hates the game Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds, it's me. And if no one hates Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds, either it doesn't exist, or I don't. Hi, I'm Jay Renzo. Today I'll be your insufferable guide to beating Chirpy 3 with 100% completion. Sure, I may be explaining how to beat the game, but there's just not enough negativity in this world. That was sarcasm, by the way. Spread love to those you love. Anyways, Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds. Obligatory spoiler warning because I'm explaining the entire game, and let's begin, because it only goes downhill from here. Chirpy 3 opens with an admittedly somewhat cool title screen, followed by a basic menu, and, assuming you don't have a save code, an unskippable cutscene. Chirpy is relaxing on a hill in Azure Paradise, when his friends are suddenly dragged away by the unmatched gravitational pull of this weird lava beam. What is this supposed to be? Oh, silly Renzo. We're supposed to find out by completing the game. Yeah, maybe we're supposed to, but we don't. There is no explanation for why this lava just pulls them in. Like how you can't explain why that sweet, succulent subscribe button pulls you in. No? Okay, fine, I'll stop. By the way, before I talk about the game, this one screenshot of Piggy is really funny. Look at this guy. What a goofball. After watching the cutscene, which I admit was more enjoyable than Ruby Gilman Teenage Kraken in its entirety, you're sent into Floral Flurry. No, the other one. You're sent into Floral Flurry, the first level of the game. I have no tips on how to beat this normally, other than use the arrow keys to run and jump around. You can't use anyone but Chirpy on your first playthrough, so I can get right into non-guide ranting. As much as I don't like the art style of this game, I can't blame it for that one since it's reused from Chirpy 2, I do like the aesthetic of Floral Flurry. It has a lot of potential, and it definitely has the vibe of being in a mirror world, though I'll get to that in a bit. The music for this level is surprisingly good, albeit short and repetitive. I'd say about 2/3 of that statement applies to most of the music in that game. In terms of actual level design, it's easy by Chirpy 2 to 4 standards, but not fun at all. I especially hate the level's main gimmick, these spinning flowers that work when they feel like it, halt your momentum, take away your jump, and slowly and painfully lift you to wherever they feel like sending you. So, Floral Flurry is absolutely the worst opening level in the mainline Chirpy series, and that's counting all 3 opening levels from Heart of the Masked. Anyways, now that you're done facing the fury of the Flora, you make it to the first boss, Sting. Well, first there's a short pre-boss level, but it's pretty much worthless, and you can thankfully get the gem shard with just Chirpy. After the quick and easy level, you rock the Biggity Buck Bumble, rest in peace, and rescue Phoebe and Wolfie. The cutscene where Chirpy rescues Phoebe and Wolfie is really goofy, but I don't mind a little goofiness. It's also odd that there are no more of these animated cutscenes until the very end of the game, but I'm not complaining about a lack of unskippable cutscenes. Anyways, if you're going for 100%, take Wolfie into the first level and wall jump at that one part to get the shard. I'd complain about how much I hate playing as Wolfie, but that's a problem with 1, 2, Deluxe, and Heart of the Masked as well, so I can't fault Mirror Worlds for it. After ratioing Barry B. Benson on Twitter.com, you can unwind on Balloon Beach, where I recommend using Chirpy for now. I'll be honest, my opinions on Balloon Beach are probably some of my most extreme opinions I have on this game as a whole, both positive and negative. I'll start with the good. I adore the aesthetic of this level, and same with the next one. Balloon Beach, along with its associated boss level, have probably the best looking backgrounds in the game. The main stage also has absolutely beautiful music that would be one of my favorite tracks in the series, if not for those stupid drums. They're just so ear-grating and random. The beat is non-existent, it's just random tick-tick-tick-tick-tick. Balloon Beach's main stage is also the only level in this game with 2 gem shards to collect, neither of which can be collected on your first attempt. This means a minimum of 3 clears for this one stage. Get used to Balloon Beach. You're gonna be seeing a lot of it. Upon completing Balloon Beach, head over to the carnival, grab a gem shard, which can be accomplished as any character thankfully, and move in to fight the Bubble Bros. Nope, no beach-themed boss, no carnival-themed boss, just the Bubble Bros. You'll beat him. Probably with a lot of deaths, but who cares? You just got Piggy!
Here comes the boy.
And, Mew too, I guess. Take Mew into Balloon Beach and get this gem shard right here. I'll show you how to get the next one soon enough. It's not time, yes. Now that you've shown the Bubble Bros the true power of having no friends, and shown this gem shard the true power of... Yahoo! Take Wolfie over to Chorus City. You can very easily get this level's gem shard and... Wait, this seems familiar. Too familiar. Hold on, why is this level just Melody Knight from Chirpy 1? First, goofy animated cutscenes. Then we start off the game with only one character to play as. All the music consists of sometimes catchy but incredibly short loops. Then each boss has a short stage right before it. We unlock more characters as we go along, and now we're ripping off of levels from previous games. This isn't Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds. This is Sonic 4 for Scratch. What's next? Inexplicable glitches and unfair level design? Whatever. I'm sure we won't see any of that. Let's head over to Chorus City's boss stage. Aside from the screen with the weird circle, it's pretty normal, and we can go fight Amp. I admittedly really like Amp. They have a cool design, they're animated really well, and I gotta say, the updater was really smart with implementing their gimmick of playing along with the boss music. On the subject of this game's boss music, it definitely falls into the category of bangin', but really repetitive. Whatever, you can beat Amp easily, and hopefully you remember where that gem shard was. It was right on this ledge, where Phoebe can very easily nab it and... get soft-locked? Huh? Look at this nonsense. No matter how you jump, you can't get past this stupid trumpet. On my first 100% playthrough, I am not ashamed to admit that I just went into the game files and dragged Phoebe's hitbox to the end of this screen. What else was I supposed to do? Anyway, don't make my mistake. Take Mew, Piggy, or if you have him, Fearless Bot, into this level and grab the shard. Also, after beating Amp, take Radwell into Balloon Beach and kill this one bubble. This gives you a gem shard because Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds is a terribly designed disaster of a Scratch game. Now that we're done playing Friday Night Funkin' and murdering an innocent civilian, it's time for Lost Labyrinth's, Crumbled Cathedral. Trust me, you'll want to save your game before this one. You'll see why soon enough. That aside, this level is kinda unremarkable in its theming, but I do find the gimmick, these rocks that you can stand on, to be pretty cool. In fact, it makes Crumbled Cathedral probably my favorite level in the game. No idea how Updater managed to code the rocks in this, especially during his pre-Heart of the Mask days, and no, I am not reading this. Anyway, I'd recommend Fearless Bot to get the shard, and I'd recommend literally anyone who isn't Fearless Bot to enjoy the fun gimmick. Also, this room at the end where the music stops and stuff gets spooky is cool as heck. You really can see hints of the Updater we know and love in the better parts of this game. After beating Crumbled Cathedral, we move on to the boss stage and... Wait, what? What? What the heck do you mean, in another dimension? Yeah, for those of you wondering what's going on now, let me finally explain everything. Despite Chirpy's homies being sucked in by a portal-like force, despite most of these levels resembling locations we've been to before but twisted, despite the game being titled Mirror Worlds, we have been on the same planet as the first two games. You know where we are on this planet? Some random island, confirmed to be named Amethyst Island by the lore book, that has an inexplicable fire tornado just there. I wouldn't be mad about the rehashing, the fire vortexing, the new locationing, or even the not explaining-ing, if the game were titled, say, Chirpy 3 Vortex of Fire. But this game is named after the Mirror World. Said Mirror World is on screen for one boss fight. You know where the titular Mirror World from Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds gets a majority of its screen time? Chirpy 4 Heart of the Masked Part 2. Wolfie, Radwell, Cheepy, and that other loser spend almost all of their combined screen time in Heart of the Mask exploring this mirror world. This game wouldn't have been any different if the mirror world wasn't a factor at all. Here's an idea. The battle between Cheepy and her sister in the mirror world could have been between Kitty and Bunny and some random boss. Tell me, which is more hype? Some random character you've never seen before fighting another random character you've never seen before, or a character from way back in the series that seemingly disappeared, returning in epic fashion. But whatever, beat Evil Chirpy. It's not hard, just don't get hit. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you die on this fight, you just get instantly sent to the bad ending. This is why you save your game, folks. Now that you've successfully beaten up the desaturated chicken, save your game and take Chirpy into the Crumbled Cathedral boss stage. Be very careful when dealing with this ghost, as letting it get too close to your spawn location will put you in a situation where you need to restart the game. After the stage, you get to the battle against Peekaboo. It just consists of trying to hit them with your big ball before Cheepy comes out of nowhere and sends them back to the Shadow Realm. Also, for some reason, the music for this level doesn't play. Don't ask me why, ask the updater. Oh, wait. Anyways, the track that's supposed to play for this level is pretty good and really spooky, but it doesn't matter since you can't hear it in-game. Actually, there are a few unused tracks hidden in the files of Chirpy 3. The others are a beta menu theme, which is just a remix of that one Mickey Mouse song, and the unironic banger that is dlililildle.mp3. Alright, you beat King Boom Boo from Sonic Adventure 2, and now you've unlocked Cheepy. Only one level left. All the time you wasted playing Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds culminates with this level. So switch to Cheepy and drag her kicking and screaming into Magma Monsoon. Playing as Cheepy trivializes this level, and collecting the final gem shard should be pretty easy too. To review, you should have one from Floral Flurry, one from Rumor Honeybottom stage, two from Balloon Beach, one from J Renzo 10's comments section, one from Melody Night, one from Scratch and Melody, one from Lost Labyrinth, one from Luigi's Mansion, and finally this one from Magma Monsoon. So, what do I think about this level? It's okay in terms of gameplay. I do enjoy the callback to the first game, but that's about it. The background also just looks okay, but the music is fire, pun intended. But anyway, get to the last room and you're met with the man himself, Evil Chirpy, back again. Man, this purple dude always comes back, even when he experiences things that should kill him, like extreme temperatures and just generally getting beaten up. He kinda reminds me of someone. Can't remember who, though. Just stand on the very left edge, wait for Evil Chirpy to be right in front of you, and jump with no directional input. He will run straight past you and fall off the edge like a dumb, stupid idiot. What an idiot, he's so dumb and stupid. Anyway, now you need to run to the very right edge to avoid getting jump scared. Remind the bird he can't fly, again. Rinse and repeat until his cycle changes. At seemingly random times, this guy somehow gets a hold of what looks to be an eggmobile. I don't have a reliable strategy for dodging its attacks. I guess try to start on one side of the screen and move as slowly as you can to the other side, but it doesn't really matter since you just kind of sit there and wait for him to get back to his running phase. After Evil Chirpy's been fighting for a while, he gets a little eepy and falls to the ground in front of Cheepy. He says something about being a failure named Christopher or something. Who cares? It's true final boss time. You're facing off against the Flawless Demon, or is he the Flawless Essence? Flawless God? Flawless Monster? Static Mind? Gem Demon? Whatever it's called, it's a giant floating eyeball and only you can stop it. Unless you're a loser and you don't have all the gems, which gets you the second bad ending. Surely there's not a third bad ending, that'd be stupid. But I digress. Avoid tasting the rainbow by starting on one edge of the platform and slowly making your way to the other edge, and reversing direction whenever there's a gap between the gem shards. Yeah, this guy shoots the gem shards you spent the entire game collecting at you as projectiles. Wait, a fight against a giant floating eyeball where the game's main collectibles are used as projectiles and the background is red? This also reminds me of something. Can't remember this one either. But who cares? You just beat up the Flawless Demon Essence Monster 3 and Knuckles with all new Funky Mode, and now it's time to run! The final platforming challenge is the first auto-scrolling segment in the Chirpy series, and similar to Frostbite Flight from Chirpy 2, if you fail this segment, it's back to the first last level. This is what I'd consider to be the third and final bad ending of the game. Assuming you don't trip on a rock and fall down a flight of stairs, you're done. Sit back, relax, and watch the ending/credits cutscene. Well, first Christopher dies, but that's very obviously a skill issue. The ending cutscene is the one part of the game that includes music not composed by the updater. It instead uses Cyan City from Sonic After the sequel. While the cutscene isn't animated, it does feature some artwork by the funny updater man, and it gives us some nice closure to this dumpster fire of a game. Phoebe bakes a cake, Wolfie overcooks Fearless Spot and also gets swimming lessons despite the fact that he can't swim in any future appearances, and Piggy, Mew, Rosie, and Jeepy tease a sequel. Chirpy and Radwell are the last two characters we see, having a conversation one night in Azure Paradise. So, I guess it's all over. You know, I knew your brother. He created me. Really? I guess I never knew much about him. Maybe one day you'll discover his past. This scene is a really sweet interaction, plus it reveals some juicy lore, plus it teases Chirpy the Penguin Deluxe, where we really do learn about Christopher's past. It really ends this game on a high note. Except the fact that Radwell can't talk. He's canonically a suit of armor with no vocal cords. How is he communicating with Chirpy right now? You know what? It doesn't matter. This series never made sense, and it never will. I can't diss Mirror Worlds for that. In conclusion, Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds is an extremely mixed bag of moments that range from somewhat fun and exciting to boring and mediocre to frustratingly bad. I've tried to like this game before, I promise. I gave it a chance. I tried it casually, I've 100%ed it 3 times by the time this video's out, and I've even looked inside it, talked about it extensively, and thought about plenty of videos I could make that put it in the spotlight. But no matter what I do, I just can't like Chirpy 3. I can't even resist the urge to spend entire rambling sessions complaining about it. In the end, I am, and always will be, the guy who hates Chirpy 3 Mirror Worlds. I do like the aesthetic of Floral Flurry. Of Floral Flurry. Okay. But that's a problem with 1, 2, Deluxe, and Heart of the Masked as well, so I can't fault Mirror Worlds for it. So I can't... Okay. Said Mirror World... What? That is dealylilylildle.mt... And similar to Frostbite Flight from Chirpy to